Before we even get to the earth-shattering reveal of who or what has brought the Avengers to their knees, let's unpack the opening shot. That's not just a nebula. It's a cosmic birth, or more accurately, a cosmic devouring. Notice the specific hue of purple and silver, almost echoing the power cosmic itself. This isn't just a threat from another galaxy. It's a fundamental imbalance, a force that transcends the multiverse we've come to understand. The subtle ripple effect, often missed, isn't just a visual flare. It's the universe itself groaning under an immense, sudden pressure. We're seeing the immediate aftermath, or perhaps the precursor, to an event so catastrophic it fundamentally alters reality. This isn't just an invasion. It's an existential rewrite, and the Avengers, even post-Thanos, are utterly unprepared for something on this scale. The very fabric of space-time is being torn, not by stones, but by something far more inherent to the universe's existence. The stakes have never been higher, not even with the snap. This is a threat that doesn't just end life. It ends existence as we know it. The immediate cut to a beleaguered Captain Marvel, a gritting She-Hulk, and a visibly strained Doctor Strange confirms one thing. The old guard is either gone, compromised, or simply outmatched. This isn't the Avengers Assemble we remember. It's a desperate rallying of whoever is left standing. Look closely at Strange's expression. It's not just concern. It's absolute, unadulterated fear, something we rarely see from the Sorcerer Supreme. This tells us whatever they're facing isn't something he can simply magic away or bargain with. The green energy pulsating around She-Hulk isn't her usual gamma burst. It has an unfamiliar, almost sickly luminescence. This implies an external influence, possibly even a corruption or an amplification of her powers beyond anything she's experienced. Captain Marvel, too, isn't just flying. She's struggling against an unseen force, her energy crackling with a desperate intensity. This isn't a training exercise. It's a last stand, and the sheer desperation in their eyes, the heavy breathing, the subtle tremors, all point to them being at the absolute limit, maybe even beyond it. This is not the clean, confident fight of Endgame. It's a brutal, chaotic scramble for survival against an unknown enemy that's already winning. The scene shifts to Wakanda, but not the triumphant, technologically superior Wakanda we've come to expect. This is a Wakanda under siege, and the enemy isn't just overwhelming. It's different. The alien tech isn't the Chitauri or Outrider aesthetic. It's sleek, almost organic, and emits a humming sound that's entirely new to the MCU soundscape. Pay close attention to the way the vibranium shields are reacting. They're not just deflecting. They're absorbing and then overloading, shattering in a way we've never witnessed. This suggests the new threat possesses a counter-technology, or perhaps a natural ability, that negates vibranium's nearly indestructible properties. Black Panther's new suit, while visually stunning, appears to be taking a beating, and Shuri's urgency isn't just about strategy. It's about sheer survival. The subtle tremor in her hand as she fires a sonic blast indicates not just stress, but perhaps a physical and mental toll. This isn't about protecting the world. It's about protecting the last bastion of hope, and even that is crumbling. The fact that the most advanced nation on Earth is on the ropes so early in the trailer speaks volumes about the power of the new antagonist. They're not just attacking, they're dismantling. Then comes Thor, but he's not the strongest Avenger from Infinity War or the bro Thor from Endgame. This is a Thor fueled by absolute, unadulterated rage, wielding both Stormbreaker and what appears to be a reforged Mjolnir. The dual wielding isn't just for show. It's a visual cue that he's tapping into an unprecedented level of power, possibly even channeling something beyond his Asgardian lineage. Notice the lightning isn't just blue. It's streaked with ominous violet and crimson, hinting at an external energy source or a dangerous amplification. His face, usually a mix of bravado and occasional despair, is etched with a primal fury we haven't seen since the early days of his character. He's not just fighting. He's destroying, tearing through hordes of these new adversaries with a brutal efficiency. The sheer desperation in his bellowed war cry, however, tells us that even with this immense power, he's still fighting a losing battle. He's a one-man army, But the sheer scale of the threat suggests that even the might of two legendary weapons might not be enough. This is a Thor who has lost everything and is now fighting for the very concept of existence, not just his people or his realm. And then the impossible, a fleeting glimpse of an Iron Man suit. But this isn't Tony Stark. The design is sleeker, more angular, with an unfamiliar blue arc reactor and a slightly more menacing, less human aesthetic. The way it moves, however, is unmistakably Iron Man. The rapid, fluid maneuvers, the precise energy blasts. This is a huge misdirection. The question isn't if Iron Man is back, but who is in the suit? Is it Riri Williams, now fully integrated and more powerful than ever? Or is it something far more sinister, perhaps even a synthetically replicated Tony Stark, a digital ghost in the machine? The brief shot of the suit's eye glowing and unsettling crimson for a split second before returning to blue is a detail easily missed, but critically important. It suggests a potential struggle for control or an AI with a dual nature. The sheer emotional weight of seeing an Iron Man in action is designed to pull at our heartstrings, only to then subtly imply a darker truth. This isn't a celebratory return. It's a mystery box wrapped in nostalgia, promising a twist that will fundamentally alter our understanding of the Iron Man legacy. The trailer culminates with a montage of scattered heroes: Falcon as Captain America, Bucky, Ant-Man, Wong, and even a grizzled Hawkeye huddling together, their faces grim. This isn't the confident on your left moment. It's a last-ditch effort, a desperate alliance formed out of necessity, not triumph. Notice the weariness in Sam Wilson's eyes. He's carrying the mantle of Captain America, but the weight of it, coupled with the sheer scale of the threat, is visibly crushing him. Bucky's bionic arm is sparking, hinting at damage or malfunction, suggesting prolonged, brutal combat. Ant-Man, usually a source of levity, is deadly serious, his suit looking heavily damaged. Even Wong, the stoic sorcerer supreme, looks defeated, his spells barely holding back the tide. The subtle implication is that they are either the last remnants of Earth's defenders or a small resistance cell, operating in a world already largely conquered. This isn't about victory. It's about holding the line, however fragile that line may be. The sheer desperation, the lack of a clear leader, and the palpable sense of impending doom tell us that this isn't just another challenge. It's the beginning of the end, and the twist awaiting us is even more profound than we can imagine. Picking up where we left off, the trailer's opening shot of a bruised and weary Nebula isn't just for dramatic effect. It's a deliberate callback to her resilience and a stark foreshadowing of the sheer brutality ahead. Her whispered warning, "It's worse than we imagined," isn't hyperbole. We know Nebula has faced Thanos. She's seen universal genocide. So for her to utter those words, it signifies a threat on an entirely different scale, one that likely transcends mere physical destruction. The subtle, almost imperceptible flinch in her eye suggests a psychological torment, perhaps a glimpse into the Doomsday entity's true nature, something that attacks the mind as much as the body. This isn't just about punching a bigger bad guy. It's about confronting an existential horror. It sets the tone immediately. This isn't another Infinity War. It's something far more insidious and personal for our heroes. Her fear isn't for herself, but for what this new threat means for everyone else, specifically Earth. The subsequent panorama of a devastated New York City, overgrown with alien flora and eerily silent, isn't just cool visual effects. It's a critical detail telling us two things. First, the battle has already happened, and our heroes lost or at least failed to prevent widespread destruction. This isn't the immediate aftermath of an attack. This looks like years, perhaps even decades, after the initial event. The alien flora isn't random. It strongly hints at the Doomsday entity's method of conquest, not just obliteration but assimilation, transforming worlds into extensions of itself. This specific type of organic overgrowth bears a striking resemblance to the Clintar symbiote homeworld depicted in some comic arcs, which, while perhaps a misdirect, definitely plants the seed of a biologically driven threat. The absence of human life, not just ruins, but an actual lack of any movement, emphasizes the scale of the defeat. It's a world conquered and repurposed, not merely destroyed. Then we see Sam Wilson, as Captain America, leading a small, desperate band of survivors. This isn't the polished, confident leader from Falcon and the Winter Soldier. His uniform is worn, his movements are deliberate, and his eyes carry the weight of untold loss. The fact that he's leading survivors, not an army, underlines the scarcity of heroes and human resistance. The single, most crucial detail here is the faded A on his chest piece. It's not bright and new. It's tarnished, hinting at a long, drawn-out struggle where resources are scarce. This isn't a fresh start. It's a continuation of a losing battle. His determination, despite the clear odds, speaks to the core of Captain America's spirit, regardless of who wields the shield. It's a beacon of hope in a bleak landscape, signaling that even in utter desolation, some fight remains. This isn't just about patriotism. It's about sheer, unyielding will to protect. The titular Doomsday entity's reveal is masterfully done. It's not a sudden jump scare. It's a slow, terrifying descent from a swirling storm cloud that seems to consume the very light. Its silhouette, impossibly vast and vaguely humanoid but with jagged, non-organic protrusions, immediately distinguishes it from any previous MCU villain. This isn't a titan or a cosmic being we've seen before. The way the clouds part, almost like flesh tearing, to reveal its true form suggests an entity that isn't just traveling through space but perhaps is space, or at least manipulates it on a fundamental level. The lack of any discernible face or traditional features makes it even more unsettling. It's an alien force of pure destruction, not a character with motivations we can easily comprehend. It's an embodiment of an existential threat, which requires more than just brute force to defeat. It's a primal fear made manifest, something alien and unknowable. One blink and you miss it moment that holds immense significance is Vision's brief glitch. For a split second, his form flickers between his original red and gold and the ghostly white of White Vision from WandaVision. This isn't just an aesthetic choice. It's a visual representation of his fragmented consciousness and the unresolved trauma of his past. The fact that this glitch occurs precisely when the Doomsday entity's presence is first felt suggests a connection. Perhaps the entity is tapping into or exploiting Vision's unique computational mind, or its very nature is disrupting his synthetic biology. It could be a key weakness for the Avengers or, conversely, a unique advantage if Vision can somehow stabilize this internal conflict and harness it. This isn't just an Easter egg. It's a deliberate clue to his crucial role in understanding and potentially defeating Doomsday. His internal struggle will be externally mirrored. Kamala Khan's appearance shows a significant evolution. Her embiggening powers are not just larger in scale but more intricate, forming complex, almost crystalline constructs that are visibly different from her previous, more simplistic manifestations. This suggests a mastery of her abilities, perhaps unlocking new facets of her powers, or even integrating with a new energy source. The subtle alteration to her suit, with glowing seams that match her power signature, isn't just a design upgrade. It indicates a symbiotic relationship with her abilities, allowing for greater control and output. This transformation is crucial because it implies that Earth's surviving heroes aren't just holding on. They are adapting and growing in the face of this unparalleled threat. She's not just a fan. She's becoming a powerhouse, and her unique, shape-shifting abilities could be surprisingly effective against an entity that seemingly conquers by assimilation. Her growth points to the hope of adaptation. Now, for a detail that everyone missed, but I promise you, it's the key to the ending. In a quick shot of Hawkeye surveying the devastated landscape, there's a puddle reflecting the ruined skyline. For a split second, almost subliminally, a faint, metallic silhouette is visible in the reflection. A helmet, unmistakably Dr. Doom's iconic headpiece. It's not clear, it's fleeting, but it's there. This isn't just a cameo. It's a major planted seed. Why would Doom, a known survivor and a character always planning multiple moves ahead, be observing the devastation? It implies he's not just a victim, but perhaps an opportunistic player, or even somehow connected to Doomsday's arrival. Keep that in mind, it's the key to the ending. His presence, even as a mere reflection, hints at a larger, more complex game being played, far beyond just the Avengers versus Doomsday. He rarely acts without a grand design. Finally, the trailer culminates with the Hulk, Not smart Hulk, but the pure, unadulterated rage of the green Goliath we haven't seen in years. His roar isn't just a battle cry. It's a primal scream of frustration and pain, echoing the devastation around him. The veins visibly bulging, the sheer force in his expression. This is Bruce Banner giving in completely to the beast, understanding that smart Hulk's intellectual approach isn't enough for this threat. This regression to pure brute force suggests a desperate, last-ditch effort, or a realization that the Doomsday entity is so fundamental and powerful that only unbridled, raw power has a chance. It also signals a potential internal conflict for Banner, perhaps even a sacrifice of his intelligence for the sake of power. This isn't just Hulk smash. It's Hulk is all that's left. A terrifying prospect, but also a symbol of ultimate, desperate defiance against an insurmountable enemy.